What's up, guys? This is Nick for the New England Weatherlife.ning.com with the Tuesday afternoon weather update video. Now, basically, what's going on here is, of course, we've got two storms, both of which are expected to give much of western New England a significant pounding snowfall, while the highly populated eastern areas of Massachusetts, maybe up the Maine coast, and southern Rhode Island and Connecticut, it's a relative non-event. Now, what happens here is we've got a low-pressure center stalled over New York City, and every time a slug of warm advection or precip develops near it, over it, or anywhere around it, then basically we're going to see snow to the north and west side of the low pressure center, western New England, northern and central New England, and then rain to the south and east side, which is southern New England. And so basically we're seeing our first one developing now, and that's visible on the radar imagery. You can see how it's just been blossoming over the past few hours. On Tuesday, we've got the heavy snow that's been cranking for the Berkshires, for eastern New York and Vermont. And we've also got another area that's developing down south of tropical moisture that's coming in now to parts of southern Rhode Island. Actually, all of Rhode Island, Connecticut, and that's actually rain at this point, except it's changing to snow for places like Putnam, Connecticut, and the northern counties. Now, I'm going to switch you over to the models here, and I'm going to show you the NMM. I'm going to start you off with the NMM, and here you can see the intermittent activity for most of eastern New England. Again, back to the radars. Not a lot going on is what you notice in eastern New England. And then, so you can see with the relative non-event for eastern New England tonight continues to develop. There's that slug that comes in, and tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning, we see the a heavy mix of precipitation that heads across eastern Mass, heavy snow in central northern New England, western New England too, and eastern New York. And then by the time you get to mid-morning, you probably change over to rain for southern New England, and then you've got your heavy snow through central and northern New England, where that battle zone occurs, where you got that collision of warm and moist air, of warm and cool air with moist advection. That's where you see your heaviest snow, and that's in northern and central New England, not southern New England. And that's why you see even the enhancement over the higher elevated areas, especially look at those yellows showing up. And we've actually got flood watches issued now if this is going to be rain. I think it might be a mix. And then you can see as we make our way into Thursday, head south, you can see how we got a new and a bigger reinvigorated storm developing. This is going to be a powerhouse by the time we get to late Thursday and Friday. And this is the morning of Thursday. And then you can see how we've also got another band of dissipating snowfall from the first storm heading through Maine. Now, I'm going to switch you over to the NAM now, because it doesn't go any further than that. I'm going to go to 42 hours out. You can see how we've got the heavy stuff developing through the Mid-Atlantic, more energy right around Pennsylvania into the Virginias, while at the same time it's, again, mostly light stuff coming from Maine. And that's really the only activity in New England. You go to 48 hours out, you look at this and you say, wow, because southern New England is getting it, and the Mid-Atlantic's getting it. And you look at this and you say, Nick, we had a bust on Wednesday for most of southern New England. Will it be the same deal on, this is Thursday, and this is probably the afternoon hours of Thursday. Will it be also a bust on Thursday? And to that, I say, there's a good chance. I think we're actually going to be a rain-snow mix for a lot of southern New England starting out. I think it's certainly going to be, the flakes will be flying in southern New England, but I also think they'll be mixed with rain, and that's going to significantly lower snowfall accumulations. That's 48 hours. You go to 54 hours, you can see how the storm is not quite as a powerhouse storm, but you've still got plenty of burst over, leftover coming through northern and central New England. Also a pretty good backside forming in the Appalachians. And I look at this map, and this is by the time we get to Friday morning, and I look at this and I say, wow, we've missed out on this on Wednesday and Thursday. And so is it going to be the same deal on Friday with the storm still going on? you can see how everybody but southern New England is getting the precip cranking. And, you know, I think this is going to certainly be an event that we're going to have to watch for Friday, and perhaps we're going to see the moisture wrap around back into southern New England. That could mean significant snow on Friday. It's too early to say if this will happen. I put the chances at 70-30 in favor of it not happening, just to be conservative. And by the time we get to 60 hours out, still more bursts of snow coming through Maine, and it's really been weakening in the mid-Atlantic. The same deal by the time we get to 66 hours out. So how much snow do we actually see out of this? Out of this whole, well, I think it's a good bet that the first storm delivers something like this, and it's going to be pretty much the same deal with the second storm. Relative non-event for eastern-facing coastlines. Once you get outside of 495, you're getting serious about it. 6 to 12 inch snowfall event. From the Berkshires to the Greens, it's probably a 12 to 20 inch snow event. And anything I didn't get to? Yes, one thing. It will be extremely elevation dependent storm. I think that we've got a chance of well over a foot, or about a foot of snow in the really high elevations of the Worcester Hills. But by the time you get into the Pioneer Valley of Connecticut, notice we're indicating only about 4 inches for areas of the Southern Pioneer Valley of Connecticut, and then 6 to 9 up into Massachusetts for places like Springfield and Chicopee. And again, nothing in Eastern Mass. And so that's basically the way we're thinking of things as of Tuesday afternoon. I'll update you through every turn of the storm. See you guys later. It's Nick for the New England Weather Life.ning.com.